Welcome back to another episode of Too Much Talk, where we talk too much and talk. And that just didn't go to plan as to what I was going to do.
I was thinking, where are you going with this, Jess?
I was hoping
This
I would just be able to just spew it out, but it didn't happen. So
I was going to say, well, you're really stating the obvious there, Jess.
I know. So hang on, we'll just do it this way. Welcome back to another episode to Too Much Talk, the show that provides you with your fortnightly dose of all things Trials and Hard Enduro. I promise my heart that over the holidays I will practice this, honestly. That's all they'll hear like camping.
You've done a fantastic job, Jess. That's no worries at all.
Well, anyway, ho, 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 and welcome to today's show. We hope you've had a great fortnight. What have you guys been up to in the fortnight?
Oh, well...
Hang on, this Santa's got to take the jacket off. It's too hot.
Hey,
The
steady on,
sound is
Jess.
getting a bit warm.
Oh.
This is a family show. Well, I've actually been shaking in my boots.
Why? Because you seem to have grown a beard for some reason.
Well, I'm glad I've got this beard because hopefully no one will recognise me. I don't know, do you remember Keith Jones?
Yes, I do remember Keith Jones.
Well, his real name's Kevin.
Yes. I kept thinking that last week when you were talking about...
And Ruben, you wouldn't know him, right? What's your name again?
I was like, where's he going with Ruben?
You mean Rudolph?
Yeah, no, that's right. Keith Jones is a fantastic fan of motor dynamics, and he's a Welshman. He used to play rugby, and he'd recently been back to Wales and caught up with all his friends and stuff over there, and he came back and was telling me about it. So I gave a quick report on it, and I kept calling him Keith. Right? And his real name's Kevin, and I was worrying he's going to come in and beat me up.
Oh, so that's why you really jumped at the opportunity to wear the beard tonight.
Yeah, I reckon it's fantastic. Yeah,
There's like a little star hanging out of it.
well,
You've been picking up stuff around the shop, Simon.
I thought you were
You've
talking.
been mopping the floor with your face.
I thought you were talking about me being a star.
I know you are a star.
Maybe.
That's what I mean.
Oh dear me.
And what about you, Pruden? What have you been up to?
Everything and nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's getting hot, so...
Oh, it was a
In saying that, though, it's not very nice riding in the heat, but I got a bunch of rides in last week, so I'm pretty happy with that. That was a highlight.
Do you know
Awesome.
what? Do you know what today is? It is Happy Summer Hump Day.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is right. We are summer solstering today, which means as of tomorrow, the days get shorter, and we're 162 days
come
away
around
from
quick.
winter.
So,
Woohoo!
so that means the days are going to be starting to get cooler,
I know.
apparently.
Well, they do. We've only got another 3 days of this heat wave, and then we're looking at a nice, delightful
Yeah, the
30
forecast.
degrees for summer this time.
Woohoo!
Whoop,
Yeah.
whoop.
No, she's going to cool off nicely in between Christmas and New Year, so I'm
Yes.
pretty happy about that.
So you should be able to, fingers crossed, get on your bikes and have a bit of fun.
Awesome.
So now, before we get carried away with what we've been doing, I think we should jump into tonight's show because there is a lot to discuss. A lot has happened in this last fortnight. So
Yeah, but before we get there, question of the show. I chucked
yes.
this one out there on Instagram. Tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about hard enduro tyres. So we want to hear from you guys. Drop us a comment on the Facebook page, on the YouTube channel, on the live stream. What is your favourite hard enduro tyre and how long do you get out of it? How many hours? What's your sort of go-to? Do you change them out early? Do you flip them? Give us some of your secrets. We'd love to hear from you.
well,
We'll come back to that.
sounds like a plan. So let's get into the news of the night. And to start off with, I think we need to wish a special little lady a happiest 70th birthday.
Woo!
Do we know who we're talking about, Simon?
Well, I'm taking a guess. I'm not saying anything because I might get beaten up again.
It's all right. I've already checked with the birthday girl and she is happy for us to announce that Sue Baldwin celebrated her 70th birthday last week. And it was quite a kind of a big important week for everyone because we had our first birthday on Thursday.
On Thursday, yeah.
We did.
Congratulations, Sue. I reckon that's fantastic.
70 and still riding your bike. That is awesome.
You can't get any better than that.
I hope I'm still riding at
congratulations.
70.
Yeah.
If I make it to 70, that'd be really nice. But if I'm riding, it's a bonus.
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
So I thought that was a pretty special thing. Now, who is going to lead the run in the news tonight? Is it going to be Simon or is it going to be Pruden?
Oh, well, Pruden talks too much, so I'll kick off
He's
first.
outbearded me, so you can go. He's running the dominant beard.
I don't know how long this beard's going to last because it's itchy. I'll give you the tip.
So
yeah.
what is happening in all things trials, Simon?
Actually, I've got heaps of news.
I know, so quick, your time starts now. You've got 90 seconds.
So here in WA, we've been talking about who's going to what bikes. Now, Mark Atherton, as we all know, is GasGas through and through. But actually, this year, he was considering changing brands. He looked at 2 other brands, actually chose one, and it wasn't a GasGas. And unfortunately, due to availability issues, they weren't going to be here until May sometime.
May 2023.
Yeah.
So that's like 132 days away.
Yeah, exactly. So I said to Mark,
carry the one.
listen, I got a 23 GasGas 300 sitting here on the floor, and he couldn't contain himself anymore, so he made the decision.
He's not very good at containing himself,
No,
that's for sure.
exactly. So he's gone GasGas 2023 300. So there you go.
Beauty.
Does that mean we've now got 2 2023?
Threes.
I was about to say 2022s.
Gone.
Whoops,
Yeah.
gone. Ready for
Yeah.
next year. Woohoo! This is
Yeah.
going to be exciting times.
and
Now, I'm just going to put in a what is those clausey things?
Disclaimer.
Yes.
Oh, disclaimer.
I will apologise if I do play with the rear fender, because that's just so much fun. If you catch me at a trial, I do apologise.
Yep, no worries. Oh, that's awesome. Now, the other big news going overseas, checking out who's been signing who up, and Beta now have finally signed up 3 riders for the 2023 season. Now, I wish they would sign up English people so I could pronounce their names. But, so the first, they've signed up 3 riders. Jalabert is his surname.
Sounds like an ice
Aniol is his first name, I believe. Now, Tio, I can name that one easy, Tio Calero. And a young lady, Andrea Rabino, and her middle name is Sofia.
Yes,
I remembered that one. So now she's only 16. And Beta through and through, she's been on Beta's all her trials life from what I can gather. Now, looking at Galabert, he's a young fella, 22 years of age. He's a Spanish rider. He's been on a Scorpa, he's been on a Vertigo. He was on Beta in 22. This is in the GP, opened class, and he came 9th in 2022.
Oh, that's good.
And at the last round, he got a 4th.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
that's
Beta,
awesome.
Beta are really impressed with him. The team manager, Donato, has got a lot of confidence in the young fella, and it looks like he's going to be Beta's #1 rider for the 2023 season.
So that would mean he is filling in the big boots of Matteo Grattarola.
Yes.
Good
So,
choice.
and then we've got Tio. He's 26 years of age. He's a Frenchman, and he'll be the backup rider. Now, he's got a fair bit of experience. He's been on GasGas, Scorpa, Beta, then back to GasGas, Sherco, and now he's back again with Beta.
He's really done the rounds, hasn't he?
He has. So he'd have a fair bit of experience and good bike developer as well. And young Andrea, 16 years of age, she's going to be competing in the GP women's class. So we wish her well with that.
That's pretty awesome to be 16 and competing in the world.
Firecracker.
Man, yeah.
Audrey and Charlotte, that's it. It's practice tomorrow afternoon because you'll be
You need to
7
make
and
Mum
10.
and Dad some money.
Yes, please.
Now some other big news coming
back
to
locally.
WA. The AJS Trials Club haven't yet totally announced it yet, but I know through support with Motor Dynamics, they're going to establish a kids summer series.
Oh, that's going to be fantastic.
So I think it's going to be around about 4 rounds, Now I don't sure when. It's going to be like half-day events, maybe in the morning, maybe in the afternoon, Saturday, Sunday, something like that. So we really look forward to finding out about that. I know the clubs have got their work together on their calendar, and the calendar is out, and so it can't be too far away from actually being released. And
now, there was something in the news that just recently popped up with Repsol Honda and some fuel that they've got in development.
Yes, actually that is big news. Now, Repsol Honda have been testing what they call renewable fuel. Now, apparently it's organic waste, and I don't know why they don't bring me up, because I produce a lot of organic waste. if you want to be fueling something.
You produce a lot of that verbally.
Yeah, so
the beard is catching a lot of it right now.
I'm getting rid of this beard.
Oh, I thought you were going to make it the whole segment. No, it was Simon all along.
Danger. So yeah, talking about organic waste, I'll get rid of that beard. Yeah, Tony Bow and Gabriel have been testing it on the Trials bike. They are reporting that it's almost the same as the normal fuel. So the performance-wise is really, really promising.
Does it still have the smell of a two-stroke, which I'm sure my husband will be just delightful to know that I do love that smell.
I'm sorry, Jess, but they ride 4 strokes.
Oh, really?
That's disappointing.
So no.
Damn.
And,
well,
yeah.
well, then that's fine, because, you know, I'll stick to my two-stroke emissions and enjoy that smell.
That's right. And so and even Mark Marquez has been testing the fuel as well.
I saw that in the article as well, so it's like everyone's getting a good dose of it.
Yeah, so that sounds good. It's they reckon it's 90% less CO2 emissions, and the performance is almost identical. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes.
Well,
one quickie, and going back overseas again. The Scottish 6-day. Whoa, some interesting stuff here.
He's got a 5. He's gone longer than 90 seconds.
Gary McDonald, who is the top Scottish rider, has actually missed out on a ballot to get into the Scottish 6-day. So that is amazing.
Hang on, Neil's going to interject here with something.
I'm going to just jump in here. There was quite a bit of discussion backward and forward about this.
I can imagine.
It's been quite a... I think there was like, when I last looked, there was about 90 odd comments on his post.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Yep.
Oh, what disappointment that he's not in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, obviously there's a space vacant, so it looks like I'm off to Scotland next year to ride.
Did you say you were a vacant space, Jess? Oh, did I get that mixed up? Sorry. I think I got that mixed up.
We're into it. Don't hold back on the Christmas special. Hey, just going back to the fuel thing, Simon, do you think, lowering the emissions with this renewable fuel, could that potentially slow down the introduction of the electric bikes into the sport, potentially?
I reckon it will, because the big issue with the electric bikes for trials, the electric bikes really struggle to give their initial punch that trials riders need.
That's what they're trying to target that, aren't they?
Yeah,
but it's hard to replicate it.
So electric in enduro and motocross and road racing and stuff like that is a different application to trials, and trials being such tiny little bikes. Who knows? Yeah, who knows?
No, it's interesting.
Yeah.
And,
right, well, that's it for me.
Well, that's it. You're a 5 and you're out of here.
I'm a 5 and I'm out.
And after that comment, you just don't come back. So that was your last opportunity. As of 2023, people, there is a vacancy available on the show. So, it is open to applications. So forward them to info@motod.com.au, and along with why you should be on the panel with me and Damien.
All you've got to do is forget everyone's name. It's easy.
Yeah, it's easy.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Now, Mr. Pruden, there has been a few things on the hard enduro scene, and you'll be happy to know I did do my research this week.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yes, I did.
You'll be able to back me up then when I forget about it.
I can, but only a little bit.
Firstly, though, I just wanted to say, if at some point you see this hat explode off my head, it's because I think it belongs to a small child. I've commented it. It's very tight, and if I pass out, that's why. So someone just be ready to catch me,
could be
please.
two
Can I have a minder?
vacancies. There could
Is
be
that a thing, a minder? Just,
a
Minder,
backpack?
yeah.
No,
Backpack.
you guys get backpacks
Yeah.
in thing.
Backpacker.
But don't worry, if he does explode, that means there will be 2 vacancies available at Motor Dynamics live show next year.
First thing I wanted to mention was a massive thank you to the Motor Dynamics family for having us at the first birthday at Cozy Dells.
Thank you.
You made everybody so welcome. It was such a massive turnout. Really, really a great gig. Good food, good company, good beers. Those Sly Foxes went down like slippery gypsies.
Yeah.
And I drank my fair share.
Yeah,
The
that's
Sly
good.
Foxes.
Oh,
the
see,
beers.
I was lost on gin. I was
Oh
like,
yeah, you
Yeah.
had lost. All right. You're having a great time. Everyone was a bit scared when you were cutting the cake up.
did I even cut the cake?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember. Did I really?
Well, I don't know. I saw you running around with a knife for a bit, so I
Yeah.
presume you cut it up.
Well, obviously, I really did have 2 gins too many because I really do not remember cutting a cake. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
so on behalf of everybody in attendance who doesn't
Thank
run
you.
Motor Dynamics, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
And now, moving on, I don't want to make this whole show about him, but going back to Mark Atherton, Banana Boy, our mate, B1/B2.
He really should be moving onto a blue bike, shouldn't he?
No. he
Really,
can-
like a Sherco, a blue and yellow, because
We
then
don't
he
want
could
him.
be Banana Man.
yeah,
Just
maybe.
with one
We'll
simple
we'll take
banana
him.
and he turns into a superhero.
The other night, we were talking about getting him some riding gear. There's
the
stripes like
banana
banana
Oh, yeah.
B1, B2, banana boys, banana men.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway,
In pyjamas.
I don't want to talk about him all night, but congratulations to him because Lucky Bugger won the West Racing Development suspension raffle, so he picked up about 11 grand's worth of WP suspension.
Wow.
It's going to be set up to suit his, the riding he wants to do, set up to suit his weight by the guys down at Bunbury KTM. So congratulations to you, Mark. You're going to need it next year, I reckon, especially if you want to keep up with this on that fast stuff. But
Oh, well, there you go.
Is that a threat?
no, because he was smoking
I was going to say, just be
I can
careful.
say it.
With one banana, he turns into Banana Man.
Yeah, I've seen what can happen after he consumes a banana, yeah.
And what else is happening in the world of hard enduros? Because we just had the first round in Poland.
Yeah, so we FIM Super Enduro kicked off, not this weekend gone, weekend before in Poland. And it was an absolute ball terror, great track, but the guys were saying, post-race interviews, it's one of the hardest tracks that they've had to ride. It was laid out really well, but it was very tight and the sand was really boggy, lots of ruts and that sort of thing, so it's very tiring on the rider.
I was
Anyway,
going to say, I did watch it and I did think it looked very tight. I was
Yeah.
just like, woo,
the
this is a
intensity during these races, like they've got their heart rate up over 180, 190 for the duration of each race, which goes to sort of 6 or 7 minutes. So it's pretty
it's
full
really intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually quite enjoyed watching it. So.
Yeah, it's pretty exhilarating to watch. You know, they battle it out and sort of bumping into each other. So anyway, it was an absolute smoke show for Billy Bolt on the Husky. The guy's come back from 6 months with no racing, and he took.
He annihilated them. That's
There's
awesome.
three rounds,
Yep.
and he won all 3 from the back, from the front. Doesn't matter. The guy is just an absolute weapon when it comes to
He's an
Super
animal.
Enduro.
Yeah.
So well done to him, and he was closely followed by Johnny Walker on the beater. So
Yeah.
doing the beater crew proud. He's
Cool.
doing a great job there. Fresh off his win in the American Series for the Enduro Cross. So
And then
he's still got his bike fitness and punching them out some good results.
And I was going to say, your third little favourite came in.
My brother, Cody Webb, on the Sherco. So also fresh off the back of the American Series. I think Cody finished up 2nd or 3rd in the American Series. I can't quite remember. But they've got, you can tell these guys are sort of in tune with the bikes, in tune with their fitness, and it's just not enough to keep up with Billy Bolt, though. The guy's a freak. He's on another planet. Big shout out in the juniors, little Englishman Mitchell Brightmore. This guy's been on the scene for a little while now, but he's been flagged as a massive up-and-comer. He was not down to be the favourite to take out the racing in Poland over the weekend, but he won each of the 3 rounds and took out the overall night.
He annihilated him.
Yeah, and he's got a younger brother. I can't remember his brother's name. He came in 3rd place. So
Not Craig, is it?
no, I don't think so.
You and your Craig.
Well,
It sounds good though. Well, let's call him Craig.
If I can't think of someone's name, I'll just use Craig. You know.
or Keith.
Yeah.
So, brothers 1 and 3. I mean, these guys are just a little bit too much talent swimming around that family, but
in that
well
gene
done
pool.
to them. And I also want to make a little mention of Gomez on his new Raju. He's come in at 6th place, and he set some really good lap times in there. So it's cool to see the Raju getting out there, and we've got Alfredo Gomez on there, come in 6th overall. I think his best finish was a 4th or 5th. So yeah, Super Enduro. Next round is in Germany on the 7th of January.
Cool.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
so
I've got plenty of watching time while I recover from surgery, so I know what I will be doing.
Yep. The highlights are all over YouTube, so if you guys want to catch up on it, just punch in Super Enduro Poland and you'll get to see what's taken place in the first round. And yeah, 7th of Jan, it's all happening again. Germany's supposed to be one of the best tracks, so yeah, get amongst it.
That's going to be interesting.
Cool.
And now, did I read the other day that the 300 RRs took out the shootout in the Australian Dirt Bike magazine?
Yes,
Oh,
you
the
did.
beta.
See,
You
look.
obviously have ADB posted
That
out
was
to you.
that was a beta, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, the beta.
It's
Yeah, the
three-
beta. Oh, you guys sell betas here.
Really?
That's right.
Have you got any 300 RRs here?
Oh no, they're all sold, mate. They're
Yeah.
just
They're
going
just
out
checking.
the door.
They're rolling out the door. Ryan,
So
wheeling?
ADB have it's a 300 two-stroke test. They've compared the beta, the Sherco, Husky, KTM, GasGas, all the big hitters,
and the wee little beta gets a tick on
yeah,
every
took
box.
away with the top spot, closely followed by Sherco. Reading the articles, every one of the test riders were just raving about the motor. It's supposed to just be.
Yep.
I've only had a very short ride on a beta 300 two-stroke, but it felt great. And they're saying it's so smooth, yet it's got this really aggressive amount of power when you need it. Great bottom end, so perfect for all.
Oh,
all
hang
sorts
on,
of-
Dicky Knees.
I've got one question on that. How was the traction control? Did they comment on that?
No, there was no. But do they have traction control on the 300 two-stroke?
And
I
then,
thought they did.
It's only on the
could be
four-stroke
wrong.
models. Yeah, it's only on the
it's
four-stroke
only
models.
four-bangers.
Yeah, because that was new for
They need
2023
more-
on the
I'll
four-stroke.
keep my mouth shut.
yeah. And they brought that traction control out on the racings in 22.
Yeah.
So they've started to feed that out on the 22 racings, the
yeah.
traction control. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that's another good point, Simon, because this shootout was not on the racing
No,
model.
it's
This
the-
was
it's
on
the
the
standard,
on the
RR.
standard.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's got the Sachs suspension. And reading through the article, the guys, every single one of them made comment on the suspension, saying it was much better than they expected. So I think they've come a long way with Sachs suspension.
Yeah.
They've really sorted out their issues that they had, and it's a great all-round package. And it was the cheapest bike recommended retail out of the whole thing as well. So
Yeah, I think that's
bang
what
for
they
buck.
were saying, wasn't it? A good value package all around.
Can't really go wrong with that.
Cool.
Okay, now earlier in the show, Mr. Pruden, you asked everyone what sort of tyres they like and play with and the sorts of that. So,
Show me your knobs.
yep. You started it. I won't be able to finish it from now on. The knobs are out and it is going to be on
Get your knob
foot.
out.
Yes,
Your knob's out. Your tyre.
that's it.
I love knobs. I mean, I love talking tyres. Amongst hard enduro riders, it's one of the hottest topics around the car park after you've been for a ride. Everyone strips down, get their gear off. We talk about tyres and knobs.
Yeah, well, this is a family show, I believe.
Oh,
Guess what? It's
because all you guys are family.
Oh, that's right.
Well, we like to keep playing
all
with our
in the
knobs in our
family.
family.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
a family that talks knobs together stays together.
So what's the feedback? So
I was going to say, Neil, was there any comments so far?
Earlier today, I sent Neil a photo of the tyre that's on my bike right at the minute. There we go.
You've played with your knobs a lot.
That is
How many hours have you played with your knobs on that one?
I played with the knobs on that for about 30 hours.
They look a bit sore.
So what type of tyre is that one? What brand is that? What brand
That is a Mitas EH07 in 140, and it's a double green. At the moment, that is my go-to favourite tyre. Right. It's a great all-rounder, but yeah, really shines in the hard enduro. It's got this wicked gummy compound, and you can see there it's fairly worn, and 30 hours isn't a lot. But what I find, and actually I'll wait for see if we got any feedback first, and then I'll share my thoughts on it. But
cool.
All right. So feedback, we've had a number of votes for the Shinkos 525 and what was the other one? I can't remember now. Gary Connell has said the Shinko Cheetah with a Nitro Moose. He really, really likes that. And then Grant McCarthy said the 525. He really
that's the
loves
same. I think that's the Cheetah as well. 525. Yeah, same. I think so.
Cool.
And he's at 23 hours on it. Check you later. He's jumped in and said that he really likes the Michelin Enduro Medium, which he's done about 30 hours now, and he finds that it hooks up for the entire time, right to the end of life.
I'm with him actually. They're a brilliant tyre. The Michelin Enduro comes standard on the Shirkers. I don't know about the other bikes, but for value for money, absolute ball terror. It's not the softest compound, but it's still softer than it used back then, and it just lasts for ages.
I think we're going to have to do a tyre talk in the new year because there's a lot to
We could sit here and talk tyres all
we'll be
day.
talking tyres forever. So, I mean, some of the feedback I get on the Shinkos is that they last a long time. They don't chop up really easy.
The cheetahs that guys are commenting about, I have never even ran one myself, but I know a lot of guys that are big fans of them.
Do they end up breaking their hearts in the end, being cheaters, you know? Breaking my heart.
Gary Connell mentioned that the only problem is it's a slightly taller profile, so if you've got shorter legs, raises your seat a bit. Joshua Petrick, sorry, it's too many J's in here. The Golden Tyre GT 333X. This is the new 110-100 rear gummy. Really, really likes that and rates it. I'm the same. I have to say that the GT 110 is the one I really like.
I like the hubba bubbas.
I think my top two is the GT 333X and the Midas Double green. Double green, yeah. So we've had a video sent in of somebody else running a GT 333X.
Ooh, can we go to the video?
Play the vid, Youngie. What's your name? Pricey. Of Youngie. So Youngie sent this one in.
Craig, I think his name is.
Craig.
Probably my favourite tyre to date, bro.
So that's, how many hours did he say was on that?
I cannot
It can't be many because
remember.
that's a brand spanker of a bike.
But
whoa, they are a low. That's a lot of work done on those knobs.
So what you'll find is,
I was going to say they've been ripping to that.
As tyres wear like that, and you sort of get that triangle shape on the knob. Getting serious here. Getting a bit technical. What will happen? This is where it kind of divides people. When the knob's wearing off, a lot of guys will spin the tyre so they get that sharp leading edge on the knob. But if you sort of look at it in a technical aspect, what I find, and almost proof is in the pudding, if you do not flip it, the contact patch that you get from that tyre, as the knob, there's more surface area touching the ground, and what you don't get is that hard biting edge, which you only really need in sort of really loose stuff or muddy, slick stuff. But for everything else, especially on the rocks, it's crazy grippy if you let it wear down. And it's amazing how far you can push it.
There's one in the trials world. What we look at is you've got the increased surface area, dry conditions, much better. If you're looking at anything where, like you're saying, more softer, where you need to bite in a bit more, then you go swing it round. So, you know.
So it's just whether or not you spin the tyre is to suit conditions, and it is personal preference. But what I'm trying to say here is, if you're considering it out there, try and go with not flip it unless you really need to, because there's benefits there, and you'll be surprised just how far you can run these things down, especially like the golden tyre. I ran that down to, it was just about bald and it was hooking up like crazy still right towards the end. It's just hanging in there. Like, the knob's hanging on, yeah. Anything else to add on tyres? It's such a controversial topic and everyone has their personal opinion on it.
Well, I think we might need to get a panel with us on the new year to really get down to the nitty-gritties of your tyres and what you like with your knobs.
Because we can cover off trials tyres, and then I mean, we're talking a little bit about hard enduro tyres, but we can talk about enduro tyres, and front tyres is a whole other thing.
Oh, and there's fatties and chubbies and skinnies and hubba bubbas and God knows what else. It just gets too confusing, really. There's just too much rubber, if you ask me.
Why do all the tyres have a bit of sexual innuendo built in?
I don't know. That's
just how they sell them.
I actually find it actually is in a lot of motorbike stuff, but we could get lost in that topic, and that saves for another show. Simon, do we have anything to talk about? No, we don't.
Yeah,
that's it. We're running out of time, so that's another 5 for Simon.
Simon.
Well, I think we're going to be going from knobs to nuts. Because that actually is my point is, and I'll get Neil to pop up a photo, but it's, I've talked every time I talk to people about checking your nuts and bolts. Oh, dear me.
That's not the photo you sent me earlier on, Simon.
That's true. But just recently I had a gentleman brought his bike in for a service. We did the service for him, and then I went over and I checked all the nuts and bolts on the bike, and this is what I found on his rear sprocket. As you can see, there's the whole bolt's missing completely. If Neil really zooms in, you can see where the nuts come off. The bolt's worked its way out. As it's come around, it's hooked up on the swinging arm. It's ripped the bolt out completely and gouged his sprocket. So rear sprocket, nuts and bolts, your disc bolts, check those. Now if you're tightening up your disc bolts, don't go and tighten them more. Just check that they're not loose. Right?
Do you use Loctite?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. If you're pulling them out and putting them in, then definitely put Loctite on them. The other one that people don't look at is swinging arm linkages, nuts and bolts. Get down underneath and have a good look, that sort of stuff. But I thought I'd just point this out to you as the classic example of why you should check it out.
Yes.
No worries.
Always check your nuts.
Yep.
Try and do that at least on the first of every month.
I feel like I'm checking my nuts more than I really should.
I tell you what, this show is fantastic.
Now we'll just briefly, because we have had a lot to cover, and I don't really want to keep you away from your dinner too much longer. But we've still got some great specials and prices on bikes in the shop. They literally feel like they are rolling out the door. Simon, what is still available?
What have we got? Well, we've still got some great specials from GasGas with their rebate, their $2,500 rebate off their 2022 models. Beta have got a $1,500 off the 4-strokes. Now there's only 350s left, but there are some RRs and there are some racings left.
Nice.
So there can't be too many of them left. And they've got 10% off their Trolls Evo range. Now there's a few factories left. Now, and there's a couple of standard Evos left as well. So there's some great bargains out there, particularly the factories, because they are still current model. You know, so there's some great specials still there if you're looking for a last-minute Christmas gift.
Yes, and
Very last minute.
speaking.
I was going to say it'd be about as last minute as all my Christmas shopping.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right. We are open until Christmas Eve,
Sarah,
1 p.m.
Do you want a new Beta Trials bike for Christmas? We can just get it while we're here.
Oh, that'd be great. But in regards to last minute Christmas presents, if you're still looking for something for the kiddies, we still have a couple of the GasGas electric balance bikes. Now, they are just a fantastic bike to get your kids started on. And you also go into the draw to win a 5-day VIP experience to the San Diego Supercross, which is for 2 adults and 1 children. So again, I'm not going to be in that family if there is more than 1 child to find out who's going to be the favourite to go on that trip.
That'd be an awesome trip. And the tip I get is that the people who are buying the GasGas balance bikes are got a lot better odds of winning that trip.
Yep.
That's right.
So the entries close the 23rd of December.
Woo,
so
2 days, 1 day.
No, 2 days.
2 days.
What's
from
today?
now.
I thought it
Well,
was the 22nd today.
Well,
isn't
if it's the 22nd, there would be something else happening, but it's not. It's the 21st.
Okay.
So,
Okay, it's the 21st. There you go.
we were going to. Shall we do a little bit of nostalgia and walk down memory lane?
Let's go down memory lane.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
I
Neil-
can't wait to see this.
I know, this little tacker was super excited to get his first bike back in 1999, which kind of makes me feel old. But look at this sprightly young fella.
Yeah.
Who
Didn't
is it?
even have a beard back then.
Who is it?
That's me.
That's Pruden.
Yeah, so
on
that was
his
my
little
first bike.
Suzuki.
My dad bought my brother and I think it was a 1991 Suzuki DS80, little 2-stroke. It was
Wicked.
It was such a ripper. Had 5-speed gearbox, clutch, so it taught us all the basics about how to ride a real motorcycle. And yeah,
Awesome.
I've got good memories of that thing.
Ah, mate, that's great.
Yeah. Now, also, speaking of, before we get into the other little bit of memory lane, I just wanted to do a quick shout out that with the Christmas festive season coming up, we will be closing the shop at 1 o'clock on Saturday, Christmas Eve, and the doors will remain shut until Tuesday, the 3rd of December, where Neil and Simon are going to be very lovingly...
3rd of Jan,
What did I say?
not December.
Yeah.
Wrong month.
Don't want to stay closed the whole year.
I was going to say, with how fast this year's gone, it
Gone.
will be the 3rd of December by the time we get back. So, no, thank you for picking up on my error, but we will be reopening.
That's what husbands are for.
I know. It's not very often that I do make an error, but I will acknowledge this one as a Christmas gift to you, Neil. It's your last gift for the year.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, that's
Typical, yeah.
paying attention. But anyway, back to the seriousness. The shop will open on Tuesday, the 3rd of January.
2023.
That's right. We will be, for that first week, we will be doing a half-day trade because I will be recovering from surgery. So it'll be 10 till 1. These hours are noted on Google, Facebook, and wherever I can blast them. So that will happen. Back to full trading on Saturday, I think it's the 7th, if I remember correctly. I should remember these
Saturday,
details.
because the same day that the German
Yes,
Super
see, my
Enduro kicks on.
recovery. We will be going back to full trading day that day. So that'll be from 8 till 1. And then the following week, we are slipping back into normal trading hours for summer. Now, Neil, there is another little nostalgic picture we need to put up because this old man...
Young man.
No, this
is not on the program.
Yes, it is on the program.
Which program have you got?
I got this
Oh,
program
you don't have
here.
the one that has it in there.
Hey.
It's
No.
a secret
Have a look.
program.
Have a look at this though.
My-
That's just.
Can you
How
walk us
goodness.
through that, Simon? What's going on there on that photo?
Yes,
Hey,
what's
mate.
going in on that photo?
I got feet up there. That's me TY175, my first bike.
Which
Oh.
you
First
kept
trials
in
bike.
really crap condition if we were to show pictures of it out the back.
It's in perfect condition. It's in perfect condition. So
Now-
that was my first trials bike.
And
What?
here's your...
And here is-
What number cake is this?
Number 65. Cake number
birthday.
65 for this old man for his birthday tomorrow.
I thought
So-
you were going to forget.
Why would I forget a cake?
Yeah,
Pass me the cake so everyone can see it.
Oh, well, why?
Because I can't see it with your
Oh,
white shirt.
well, hang on. We should do it this way. It's not your birthday.
Oh, right. I get the cake.
He could get the cake.
Cake's also good. Go good.
And I got to be careful because you could catch on fire. Oh, hang on.
could.
That'd finish the show off.
Oh,
Like,
and then we'd have rain falling down. And go from there. But happy birthday, Simon. 65 years around the sun, and it has been a pleasure to know you for 18 of those. Wait, no, hang on. How long have we been together?
Here we go,
Should I
Tess.
have to ask?
Yes, you should have to
know
answer
this.
that. I know I should know that.
Well,
But no, it is 18 because I've been here for 19 years.
You've had to put up with me 18. Neil's had to put up with me about 42 now. My poor suffering wife has had to put up with me for about 44 or something or more. But he, but yeah, I mean, I'm 65. That means I've got another 5 years to meet the milestone of Soooooo.
Yeah.
So I certainly hope I'm still riding when I'm 72.
Well, there you go. Happy birthday.
No worries.
Oh, you almost had one girlfriend.
Woo!
Oh.
Sweating. No worries.
And,
Thank you very much.
It even came. I came safety because apparently I cut a cake on the weekend that I had no recollection of.
Oh, well, there we go.
Be careful if you touch the bottom, you're going to get a green baby.
Green baby.
Oh no,
There
green
we go.
babies.
Awesome.
Yay.
Hey. Look at
there
that.
we have. Happy birthday. And I think that covers everything for tonight's show.
Look at that. That's it, is it?
Yes,
Yeah.
that is it for 2022. I was just going to say 2023.
Jeez, this is I'm only just putting the pieces together. This is the last show of the year, not just before Christmas. So yeah, we'll see you next year. Bloody hell.
We will.
And that's goodbye for me.
And
Merry
that's
Christmas.
a very Merry Christmas to everyone.
That's-
All the best for 23 from me.
That was not in
From
the
me.
show notes.
Wasn't it?
No, see, if you read it, even in your one that I didn't put in there, it says, read
Oh,
it.
it's bye from me.
That's it. And it is goodbye from me and from all of us at Motodynamics. And what are you?
Me. Have a good Christmas.
No, your trials and enduro skills. I forgot.
trials
I was
and
going to
enduro
say mind
Hashtag.
don't matter. Hashtag wife doesn't know what's going on.
Well, that wasn't in the notes
I
either.
know it
Yeah,
wasn't. I
Jess.
just thought last
Just-
minute I
we
would
did free
add that
balling
in.
it, yeah.
That was a bit of free balling. You know, we've been talking about knobs, so might as well add in balls and nuts
Nuts
and
and
everything else to
balls.
go with it. But no, we would love to wish you all a very happy and safe Christmas and New Year, and you will see us all fresh-faced, well, not Simon, because as I said, he's lost his job, back in 2023. So good night, and thank you for joining us this year. It has been a pleasure.
Yeah. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.